Video marketing is about creating a strong and impactful visual connection between brand and audience. This now essential medium is being seen by brands as they put their best foot forward in terms of content creation. But commonly, brands and businesses fall short on truly leveraging the potential of their video content. So how do we maximize video to make our client's dollar go even further? In this next masterclass, you're going to gain a better understanding of the best uses of video across a number of channels and also mediums, as well as learning how to create video content with longevity, targeted focus, and a much wider audience. This masterclass uncovers how marketing tools have evolved over the last decade, which are emerging technologies you really need to be aware of, and the systems you need to implement immediately so that you don't get left behind. Please welcome the videographer for today from Flipswitch Media, but it's not Andrew Ferry. Come on down and introduce her. I've got a wrong thing. It is Mia, everybody. I got the first part right. Mia de Rauch.
Hi, everyone. I'm clearly not an Andrew. Andrew doesn't work. That's not right. Do I have a clicker? Do I get to keep a clicker? Oh, clicker thief. Thank you. Hi, everyone. So I'm Mia de Rauch. So I'm from Flipswitch Media. So we are video marketing strategists. And today I want to talk about making sure that we're using a visual connection with our clients across social media, across digital marketing, and how to make it work for you and for your clients, maximise that dollar. I think I've said my name enough. I've been in the industry for 18 years through TV and media and doing a lot of online digital content, obviously across video. Video is my favourite medium, which you'll see. How many people in the room are actually creating videos? Yes! I love you guys. This is awesome. I don't usually get so many hands. This is fantastic. I'm so excited by this. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that you'll already understand, you already know about. You already know about the benefits of video. I'm sure you're actually seeing some of them yourself, I'm hoping. We're then also going to talk about repurposing those videos. So this is where you're going to be able to maximise your dollars for your clients or for your own business. How to make that content go further. We're going to be talking about video styles. So the best video styles to be working through, the simplest ones, especially if you're just starting out, if you're just starting to create that video strategy and make video one of the main parts of your overall strategy, these are a few of the styles that I think we need to really be talking about. We're going to go through a video marketing plan. So the types of videos that you can be using throughout the buyer's journey. We're going to go across the different channels, not all of them, most of them. And then we're going to bring it together. How are you going to make sure that your video marketing plan is going to work across your whole overall strategy? I'm going on the assumption that you have an overall marketing strategy or you have sorted that out for your clients. As we've seen in previous masterclasses, we've already talked about brand voice, we've talked about messaging. This is how we're going to make sure that that brand voice and that message gets out there correctly in the best way possible. So let's quickly talk about the benefits. Oh, am I standing too far away? Video is absolutely essential for your marketing plan. There is no way that you can get away with it now of not having video. Video is so important. And it doesn't actually have to go viral to be a successful video. As you can see from the stats, can you see it? More video content is uploaded online in 30 days than major US televisions have actually put out on their TV networks in 30 years, in the last 30 years. So we're not trying to make your content viral. We're trying to make sure your content reaches the right target audience. There's no way that it's going to get into every single little niche and detail of the internet. You just want to hit the audience that's going to be engaged and going to love it. From these stats from HubSpot, you can see that video across all different types of forms, EDM, social images, social videos, videos in general, 50% of that is actual video in all different forms. This is what clients want to see. This is what is engaging to people. According to HubSpot, more than 50% of consumers want to see video, especially before they buy a product. Video is about brand awareness. So we're looking to create consistent video that is going to keep your brand, your voice, your message, and especially your logo, colours, anything that, is actually about your brand, making sure that it's consistent and builds that brand awareness. We want to be able to use video so that you can become a Nike, so that you don't have to say Nike shoes anymore. You say Nike because you understand and see that brand. It's about communication and it's about the human connection. That's what's so great about video is you can actually see the humans, you can see the people behind the brand, you can see the morals and you can get across those values, which I know a lot of people are really about values in businesses now before they actually connect. They want to be using brands that have the right values and the authenticity about them. And video is a great way to get that across to the audience. So it's not about high quality professional video, this is about authenticity. We're trying to build that trust and authority. We want to be using video as a giving tool to our audience. You want to be using it to give information, to give knowledge. And not only is that going to benefit your audience because they get that information, they can learn more about you and about your industry, but it's also going to be helpful to you because you're putting yourself forward as a leader in the industry. And my favourite part about a video is it's a lot more versatile than you think. And it's not as scary as you think. It's not scary to create videos. It's actually a lot of fun. No one is agreeing with me on that. Okay. It's cool. It is. I swear it's fun. It's a versatile media. You can turn it into so many other different forms. You can turn it into written copy, etc. Like that's all stuff that we're going to talk about today. What do we use video for? We use it to create authority, to make yourself forward as leaders in the industry, to make your brand more well-known than anybody else in your industry. This is what video is for. It's about positioning that brand, and obviously, it's about selling a product or a service. The versatility of video. One video can be recut and redistributed to hit each target audience. So if you've done your overall marketing plan and you've gone through, we had Tony speaking about creating those audiences and creating those niche audiences, every single video can target each of those audiences. You can repurpose it to suit other mediums as well. So you can make sure it connects really well with your written content, blogs, etc. And it really needs to be connected to your overall campaign. It's not something that can be thrown in. When you are creating those audience profiles, make a list of the type of videos that particular profile is going to connect to. Because the top two challenges that people face with video is not enough content and not enough time. That's what people believe. But if you repurpose that content, they're just excuses now. They're excuses that you don't need to have. Not enough content and not enough time is no longer an excuse once you understand how to repurpose your content. So let's go into it. Am I going too fast? Are we all good? Okay, good. Repurposing that content. So what I mean by repurposing is that you are creating a piece of content and then you're going to use it multiple times over multiple platforms in multiple formats. The thing that I find interesting with all of this is that TVCs are repurposed. So TV advertising, when all you could do is put a video as a TV ad in front of, whoever was watching TV at the time, networks. So there's no Netflix, no internet, no fun stuff like that. You saw that TVC more than once, sometimes in the same show. That's repurposing. Never ever did a company create a video, a TVC, 30-second TVC, which at the time probably would have cost them $10,000. They never only showed it once. They had it organised and bought media space over different networks and in different times. So there is no reason why you can't do that with your videos now. It's just going to be across different platforms, especially across social media. So let's start with your content plan. So you're going to have that content plan and an ideas board. If you haven't done a content plan before, especially around video, it's best to actually start with your frequently asked questions. What are the questions? What are the main problems that you solve for clients? Turn each of those questions into topics. From one question, you can create a long-form written blog, one long-form video, a podcast, and 3 to 5 shorter videos. So you've created one piece of content, or you've taken the time to create one piece of content, and you've turned it into up to 8 pieces of content. So that's a week's worth of content, if that's the way you want to plan. So let's start with the long form video. We're here to create videos, so this is going to be your starting point. This one is going to be a really detailed approach. You're going to put in as much information about that question in as possible. This is where you're going to be giving your authority, your education, and make this a really educational piece for your clients and for your audience. Make sure that they know the in-depth answers. There's a lot of different style options for this one, so we'll go through that later. From that long-form video, I'm going to bring it up again, Tony did, Rev. Transcribe it at rev.com. This is awesome. You upload the video onto their site, they transcribe it for you. It's pay per minute. So if you create a 3-minute video, you've spent $3 turning it into a blog. It's nothing. 10 minutes, $10. Easy as that. And then all you need to do is go through, check it for mistakes, and then rebrand it, reformat it into what your brand needs. So whether you're wanting to turn it into a LinkedIn article or you want to create a blog post out of it that's more tailored to your SEO campaigns, all easy to do. The next thing you can do is you turn that long form video into a podcast. So export it as a WAV file. So this might start to get a little bit more technical, but there are people that can help you, mainly under the age of 25. But you can actually do this on your phone as well. Just takes a little bit of learning. I personally would add an introduction, and you make sure that the audio is at the highest quality you possibly can, because obviously it's just the auditory section, so they're only going to be learning from listening. So you want to make sure that that does sound good. The great thing about podcasts is it is so accessible. You can't really drive and watch a video. You can listen to a podcast. I know there's driverless cars coming out. Eventually people can watch videos and drive, but right now we can't. So what that actually means is that you're going to be hitting another audience. And the great thing about podcasts as well is there is about, off the top of my head, I think there's about 15 different apps and podcast stations from Castbox, Spotify, Google. The list goes on. So it's a really great place to be getting your information out there and reaching a whole other different audience. If you want to, and you've decided that you want podcasts to be one of your higher mediums, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Set up your iPhone to film a video while you're also recording that podcast. So obviously the podcast will have to go through a mix desk, then you also have your phone. There's a little bit more equipment to be involved in that one, but you do have a little bit more control over the professionalism and the quality of your audio. I've seen a lot of people do that, and the video as well is perfectly fine because we're going to be looking at the content as the most important thing, not the quality of the video. The content is more important than the high qualityness of the video. So I think it works perfectly fine. We're a video production company, so obviously I'm going to make sure my videos look better than my podcasts, but it suits your brand and what your brand wants to do. The shorter videos, all they are the highlights from your long videos. Select the punchy, really important pieces, like the quotes that have come out of those videos, and you turn them into a new video. You can do this again on your phone. iMovie's fantastic. You go through, slice it up, and you've got a whole new video. It's perfect for social media, especially Instagram that has the limit of a minute on each of your posts. It's short, succinct, and it's going to reach a new target audience. So you're probably going to be using these shorter videos to reach an audience that doesn't really know a lot about you yet. They're only just getting their feelers out there. Eventually, they might form the long-form videos later. These will also be there to create that authority and that human connection, because the more content that's out there, the more visibility you get. The more that people will constantly be seeing your face and be able to put your face to the brand. One example I've got is a company called Destination Network. So what they are is they're location-based. They're social influencers on the Surf Coast in Victoria. So they have 150 pages on Facebook and Instagram, 150 on both, that are tailored to different locations from the Bellarine, which is pretty much Geelong, all the way to Port Fairy. So there's 150 pages based on the locations along those lines. What they did was they have businesses from the area that are members, and they would share content from those members so that they could actually reach higher target audiences, different audiences off their own particular page. And we went, you know what? It's probably time to actually start creating our own content. So we set up content tours. So over 2 days, we filmed enough content for 3 months across the network of 150 pages, 2 days worth of filming, 3 months worth of content. It was photography, video, and blog content. This is from our first content tour. This is the overall video. I'm just going to show a little sample of it, but this is the overall video that we created. My home. I get to live there. How cool is that? Essentially, the whole purpose of the tour is that we're going to be telling a story. We tell a story of the content tours going on this trip. We show our experiences, the people that we meet, the businesses that are on the tour, everything that's surrounding that area. Because what we want to do is show people what it's like to come and visit or live in Torquay on the Surf Coast. Telling a story helps the audience be placed into that picture itself. So that video started out on the Destination Surf Coast page, which is one of their main branded pages. And then this happened. The results from July to August 2019, so this was the first month that we put this video out there. These stats are coming from one post. That's all scheduled and organised, so it's only the one overall video that I just showed you a few seconds of, and this is only the one time it was posted. So we posted it a few times, but this is off the first post. So via the storytelling strategy, we were able to get an increase of 590% of minutes viewed, increase of 378% of 3-second views, 6,000 minutes viewed, and 19.4K of 3-second views. So that ended up being a huge jump of sharing people's content, sharing members' content, to creating our own content that was telling a story and showing off this location for what it was. We then repurposed it and created location videos. So each location that has its own page, say Torquay Beach has its own page, we then created a video just for Torquay Beach. feels like Mexican now. So the businesses that were a part of the tour have already now been a part of two separate videos. The businesses then receive 3 separate videos of their own specifically to use that then go on our pages, and they can then post themselves organically. And then it's reformatted into a square. So resized it for Instagram. Exactly the same. So that branding is different because it's going for a different audience. The Eat Surf Coast pages are specifically made for foodies that want to see what restaurants and things are going on, down on the coast. Other than me pretty much eating my whole way through the Great Ocean Road, did anybody notice anything about the videos? Yep. Different music every single time. So it gives it a completely different feel. So using the music was how we made sure that we matched different target audiences. Sure, most of the time people might not be using it with sound, but if we get them in enough, they're going to connect more with it and press the sound button. One of the other things that are in that video, and you only ever notice it when I'm playing it, one after the other, is that some of the shots are exactly the same. The shots have been repeated. But it doesn't matter because it's going to different audiences and it's going to reach different people. And fancy enough, the Facebook algorithms are actually going to be helping us in that because they make sure that your content is seen by different people. So how Destination Network works is that we created the videos, it went on their main pages, Destination Surf Coast, and we'd already scheduled and planned all of this out as to when things were going to be posted and on what page. We did not post all on the same day. That main video was then also put onto specific pages, whatever pages were going to be more relevant, say Torquay Beach, it's then on that page. But you don't have to have your own huge network to be able to space out your videos like this. You create the content, it goes on the client's pages. You connect in with different communities, especially on Facebook. We have one client who's a social media client of ours, Paddo's RVs. So they're obviously caravanning and deal with, big RVs. What we've done is that we've connected in with different communities as Paddo's RV, and we talk to people. We talk to the people that are in those communities. They might be, grey nomad drivers, I think is one of them, which is a strange one. Caravanners, caravan lovers, we're in those communities and we're talking with those people. If they have suggestions or they're asking questions about things, we'll answer their questions. And then every once in a while, if we create something that we think is going to be relevant to a particular community, say, we did a blog about the top 5 caravan parks in New South Wales. We would then post that into those communities. So nothing that's a really obvious sell, nothing promotional, but making sure that we're giving the information out somewhere else. So that's always a handy thing to do. And employees, they've got their own audience and they should be able to advocate for the business as well. So try and take advantage of their audiences. Destination Network, yes, we created all professional videos, but you don't have to have all of your content as professional. Supplement with simple everyday videos. Your iPhones are awesome. Sorry, smartphones. Samsungs are great too. They're all fantastic. They've got great cameras and great videos and apps on there that you can edit and post on the spot. So take advantage of that. This is where you're going to be able to build your authenticity and show what your business is like. Different video styles. So what style is going to work for your businesses? Promotional videos. So obviously these would be your most professional videos. This is where you would get your crew in or have an in-house videographer and make sure that they've got a really clear, strong message. This is your typical advertising campaigns across social, maybe EDMs, TVCs, digital. Your how-to videos. So this is where you want to be educational. You want to show off your authenticity. You want to show your strength, your authority, and build that human connection. And case studies and testimonials as well. If you've got happy customers, let them be the ones to advocate for you. And in video, you can't really fake it so much. Sure, you can get actors in, a little bit illegal if you don't, unless you actually put at the bottom that they're actors. But they can actually see the happy client. They can put themselves in their shoes. Live videos, just did a live video today, reached a lot of people on my Facebook. YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all love live videos. It's a fantastic way to connect directly. People can be asking questions straight away and you can really build a great following. 360 videos and augmented reality are the new things that are coming up. Seeing a lot of stuff about augmented reality and 360 videos. It's really exciting. It's really cool technology. But does it match your brand? Does it match your message? Does it match your voice? Just because it's cool and nifty and out there doesn't mean you need to use it. The platforms really haven't caught up yet with them as well, especially augmented reality too. So just have a think about that. What's really going to match the brand? What do you need to do? Video obviously works across advertising. One of our clients is Big 4 Yarra Valley Park Lane Holiday Park. It's long. But they have done an absolutely fantastic job with the videos that we've created for them. This is one of the videos. Now, they've broken down their target audiences as grey nomads, young couples, families. So we started out by creating an overall video that was targeted to the wider ranging audience. So we tried to make sure that we covered the whole areas of the whole park, from all of their accommodation. They've got a water park, all of the location videos, they're around Kookaburras and this beautiful, beautiful place. And then we created the target videos out of that as well. So they were shorter videos. We had one that was directed straight at grey nomads in their RVs and caravans. That one was their eco-pods, and that was directed at young couples that had weekends away, wanted a couple of days away, wanted to stay in somewhere bushland, but then, didn't also want to be in a tent. And then we also had one for families as well. But the great thing of what they did is that they used their budget really wisely on these videos. They spread their videos across, they started out on social media. They had them in their emails, so if anyone inquired, whoever the inquirer was from, would get a specific video for their target. So if they inquired about the pods, they would get this pod video in their email. They had it all over their website, Google ad rolls, and even in gaming apps. So the day that I was playing my Brick Breaker game on my phone, and I lost, and so then you get sent to ads, and the pod ad came up for me. So pretty cool for me because I was pretty excited to see a job that we had done, but also really great that they had used Google Play and gone through and even done specific targets of going, we want women in their 30s to see this ad. And obviously Google Play's got my information. They know that's me, so they sent the pod video. It was fantastic use. So they've got 4 videos that they're just using on rotation over and over again. And I think we shot those a year and a half ago. And they're still using them. So it's such a great way to maximize your dollars and maximize those eyeballs. So if you're going into a video marketing plan, let's look at the buyer's journey. Where in those sections can we be using video? Obviously, when you're in the attraction stage of an audience, you need to have your insights. This is where you're sharing your values. You want to make sure that your personality comes out here and that you can connect in that way. How do we make sure that we actually attract that audience? This is where you put your short videos, the ones that are succinct and really, really telling a story in that way, and how-to and explainer videos. If you're going into the marketing and sales, so you want to convert that attraction into being customers, this is the promotional videos. This is where you start to really sell. You're showing the case studies, proving your worth, proving your experience, product demonstrations. How does the product work? Let's show them how it exactly works. And even webinars in here, especially if you are your own brand, that's how you'd get your education across. And this is where the long form videos would work as well. And then, of course, you've got to close them. So you're bringing the emotion into this. This is where you can really push it. Video being such a visual medium and an auditory medium means you really can show that connection. You know, we saw that this morning in the Western University. The emotion that came across in those videos is just amazing. Testimonials work well as great closes as well. Even that first video, like that kind of works as a testimonial for that university too. Talk directly to the customers where you can. You know, make sure you've got great copy in there that is actually speaking directly to them. They know this problem, they're having this problem, this is how you're going to solve it, and it's all there in the video. And then service videos. How do you keep them as a client? So you use these videos to build a relationship, offer educational courses, training videos. How are we all going? Are we all good? We're okay? We're still here? Any questions so far, actually? Cool. All right. Are there any questions? Did I see? No. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's talk about the different channels. There are a huge amount of channels. There are so many different channels to go across, especially in social media. But today I'm just going to look at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. For Facebook, it's completely dependent on what your intention is with the video. If you have clients or yourself who are looking to monetize on Facebook and they want to make money out of their videos, then you need to be looking at 3 minutes. They need to be 3-minute videos and you need to very, very, very closely follow your analytics. Those 3-minute videos is when they start putting the ads right in the middle of the video, which is how it's then monetized. But if you're going to be using it for brand and engagement, don't worry about the length. The length should be what's interesting. How are you still engaged? How engaging is the content? How interesting is the content? How long do you think people are going to listen for? And definitely double it up with great copy. So who is someone that's doing this really well on Facebook is Tanya Hennessy. If you don't know who she is, so she's a media personality. So her brand is herself. So she's, promoting herself and her brand of personality and comedy. So it would have been a few years ago. She just emailed Jules Lund and said, what do? I need to get out there. He said, create Facebook videos. And because she's awesome, she did. She created Facebook videos. Her first video, she decided to get a professional crew in and create that video. It was called 18 versus 30. In that video, she compared, what you would say when you're 18 and about to go out and what you would say when you're 30 and about to go out. And as we all know, it's very different. Between 18 and 30 of how you feel about going out at night. That video, she started out with 2,000 followers. At the end of that video, at the end of the day, she had 25,000. So she really blew up her Facebook from that one video, from 2,000 to 25,000 followers. And she has not stopped. She's continuously creating videos, coming up with great ideas, but the thing about the videos is that they're not all professional. She started out with a professional video, but other videos she's just done herself. The great thing about them, though, the consistency is the content. She knows who her target audience is and she speaks directly to them. YouTube. Any style of video is great on YouTube, any length of video. Especially in YouTube, a lot of people, I think we saw in Tony's presentation, after Google searches, the next thing people went to was YouTube. Because people want to be able to see the videos. Videos are great ways to show off products. It's a great way to get information across, and people do use it as a search engine. But when they use it as a search engine, they know that they're going to get video content. They're specifically wanting video content. So pre-roll here is amazing. So if you want to advertise, I would definitely be looking at YouTube pre-roll. Because people are already there to watch video content, they're more likely to stay on and look at your advertising. Who has done the pre-roll well? Campbell's Soup. So they decided to they called this campaign Soup Tube. The agency is TKT in Sydney, and they did an amazing job. The video is of Manu in a kitchen, leaning on the bench, and he just makes a face. And that's it. One static shot, and that's all he does. From that, they made 1,700 specific different ads. 1,700! All that they did was change the tagline. Each of the tagline was then specified to the video that the person was about to watch. So you can see, does your cooking make prison food seem good? We've got a soup for that. The video that the person had searched for is Orange is the New Black trailer. So it worked specifically for that. If you looked up Beyonce Single Ladies Put a Ring on it, it was an ad saying dinner for one. We've got a soup for that. It's something funny enough for you to remember. So when you go to the supermarket as a single person and go, well, okay, Beyonce does it, so do I. That's what's so amazing about this is this. The increase of sales went up by 55.6% just from that campaign. And yes, there would have been a bucket load of pre-production to get that right and make sure that they went through and went, what are the highest searches? They even had ones that were specific for fail videos. So if someone searched fail videos, they had tagline for that as well. There would have been a lot of research and prep for it, but the fact was the video was so short and it just was changing that tag. That's a huge amount of repurposing right there. Instagram. So you have a time limit on your posts in Instagram, but you actually don't in your stories. And posts and stories, different target audiences as well. I'm not social media, so I'm not going to discuss it, but they are different. It's a visual medium with a huge amount of users. And the great thing about Instagram, if you're a product-based business, 72% of people have purchased a product through Instagram. So you need to be creating videos on Instagram, tagging your product, making sure that people can literally buy right then and there. TikTok. If you're struggling with the 10-year-old to 19-year-old market, this is where they all are. It's a really fun platform. 15 seconds is your limit though. So it's really about being super creative as you can be in 15 seconds to get your message and your voice across. They only just started with the paid advertising, so it's still open season with influencers. So very similar to Instagram in that sense. Really great for fashion and music brands. I've added in Snapchat on this as well because they have a very similar formula for their advertising now. Obviously, you've got your in-feed native content, so you really need to be your best in the first 3 seconds of that. So, the quick feed slide through, make sure you get their attention in that first 3 seconds. TikTok actually allows brand takeovers. So you can spend a day controlling TikTok and taking over the whole platform, putting all of your colours, all of your voice across it. The hashtag challenges, fantastic for UGC. Get user-generated content. Get other people to create your content for you. The hashtag challenges are you create a hashtag, you put it out there and say, you use this hashtag, create some content, you could win this prize, or this is the goal for it. So it's a great way to really get connected in and get heaps of people using your hashtag. And obviously you can then share that and you've got heaps of content to repurpose and reuse yourself. UGC is something you really need to be taking into consideration. There's so many really creative kids out there that are creating really fun, fantastic videos. And if it matches your brand, you can use it. Brand lenses as well. So you can create your own lens and have it up there for people to use. Again, fantastic UGC. LinkedIn, a lot more professional. So we need to be looking at more professional videos. Definitely stay on brand in here. When you're posting, you've got a limit of 10 minutes, which is quite good when you're using this as an educational platform. You're showing, this is where you need to show your authority, showing your experience here. But ads, you've got 30 seconds. So that, again, would be more showing off business. Some notes from today. So some really quick takeaways. Always consider your platforms. You don't have to be across every single platform. Just be where your audience is. Be what suits you. Upload directly. Native posting is going to give you the best results. So no sort of crossovers or anything like that, if you can. Be mindful of your time. Just because a platform says it's limitless doesn't mean that your content is limitless. Really consider what is engaging and how engaging the content is, and how much you really want to put into it. It's more about the content than what limits you have. Repurpose. So repost, reuse, keep using it, constantly keep reposting it, and keep recreating your content. Use it over and over again. Double up your shots, keep everything. Consider the mobile formats. Most people are looking at content on their mobiles now. So that's something that you need to take into account. I'm not a huge fan of the profile, but I have to get used to it. And always be telling a story. Story has already been spoken about today as well, and it is really important, especially in videos. Plan all of your content to say something as a whole, but also as singular pieces. Make sure that people can understand your story and be a part of it. Using video is about connecting with people, letting people see who you are, letting people have your information and giving something to them. So make sure you're using it in a way that can actually connect and make sure that they can connect back to you. That's what it's all about. So as I said, I'm Flipswitch Media. If you had, guys, any questions about videos, repurposing, making sure you're using all of your content to maximise. I'm hoping I've covered it all. Oh, yes, sorry. Hi. Sorry, how long was the Torquay video? The location video. So we did a 30-second and 15-second. So we did 2 pieces for each location. Yeah. Yeah. A brand show reel. Again, depending on platform, who you're trying to aim at. Look, a brand show reel, we usually have our promotional videos to be about a minute in length, but again, it depends on what's engaging, what's important about it. If it's not something that you're giving education and you're giving information, a minute is a nice length to be at. Yeah, you can get a lot in a minute as well. You can get a lot in 30 seconds because a video, it's visual and auditory. You can get so much in. It's amazing what you can do. Yeah. Yes. Straight into the box.
Straight in the box. Just a quick question. With the video, pushing it out to various social channels, is there any particular product or platform that you use, where you can set it up, daily, weekly, whatever, that it pushes it?
Yeah.
You can drop that video in and it'll go to all the channels that you set up.
There's a lot of great ones. Hootsuite's fantastic, where you can actually, schedule and prep everything. You can actually do it in Facebook as well. Like Facebook has their own scheduling platform, and Instagram's actually started as well. So you can actually pre-post things, have days scheduled, and that all prepared. But Hootsuite's really good for that. And they've actually changed all the analytics and algorithms now that they're not against you. For a few years there, they would actually drop back your organic reach if you used Hootsuite, but they've stopped doing that now. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's something to be really happy about, because Facebook owns everything now. Yeah.
Hi, do you have an opinion on subtitles and the formatting or how they get brought into it?
Subtitles are awesome. I highly advocate for subtitles. If you're putting them on Facebook, it does it automatically for you now, especially on the live videos. If you're posting, you can go in and check them yourself. And if you're using Rev, they can actually do a CSC for you, which then you can actually just add into your video on the post. So if you're going through and posting it, you can actually add it in yourself. But Facebook's actually quite good at preparing those subtitles for you. YouTube is the same. So they'll actually do it organically for you. I highly recommend it, because when people are going through, especially on their mobile feeds, no one's listening to the sound. So if you can get them on the video and they can actually see what's going on, they might, hopefully, will eventually click to listen. Yeah. So again, it's really important to make sure you're following the same voice and everything, because, you want to make sure that the subtitles match. Cool. Thank you very much.